Hello, welcome to another special Sudoku setting video. Today I'm going to show what I've, um, developed. I'll be looking at my phone a bit, which is a bit down to the right, um, because I have notes of what I wanted to do. First off, I'm going to move my phone a bit and redesign these cages because I found something that I quite liked, that I think I'm going to implement, and if I want to change it, I can change it. Um, it isn't it isn't a complete remodel. The logic will be very very similar. Let's remove that and that. Um, because what I had was if the 8 cage, right? If the 8 cage is up here, and then the large cage that we wanted to make is here, then we can say, okay, well, that's blue. This is all blue as well, and that's orange. This is orange. That is orange. That is orange, and that is orange. The 2 pencil mark is gone at this point. So at this point, we still know that that's 8. That 8 has to go then. I need to be diligent with this. I need to be very careful what I do. This cage is going to go up here because I quite like that as a concept. These have to go. They can go down here. Right, and this is still 769, and this is still 125. Well, this is now not 2. So I basically I was shuffling these back and forth, these cages, and I ended up with this, right? And I thought, okay, well, it is something. Um, it is something. It's basically the same thing I just had, but moved in a different way. What I also did realize, which I don't think I mentioned, is that the minimum for this is 17. So this is always an 8-9 pair. So this 8 makes that a 9, that an 8. I don't need the second 9 there. Which, makes sense, right? Come to think of it, if I do, no. I'm going to keep it at this for a second. Then I also saw, right, if we move this cage along, I'm going to have to think a bit if what I thought is even true. Because I had a 9 up here for some reason. But I don't know why. The 9 is obviously in one of those. Right? The 9 is in one of those. Can the 9 be within this cage? Then the other digits must sum to 9. Could it be 1/8? No, because then both of these are 5. Could it be 2/7? Could it be 3/6? And that's a 6. Okay, let's look at that. 9/3/6. And that's a 3? It's not a 3. That's what I meant. One of those is a 3, so one of those is a 3. Then 7 is up there, that's fine. I think that's okay. I've made an error then in what I had. Luckily, I'm looking at it now. Right. And could it be 4/5? Let's look at that as well. No. A bit further, like this. Also, I'm not explaining myself very well. This has to be 1 high digit and 2 low digits, right? what I had in my head, right, I had a 9 here. For some reason. I don't know why. Maybe there's something wrong with the 9 being here. But I don't think there is at this point. I don't know why, but I had a 9 here. What this means is that this cannot contain... So the high digit cannot be 4, because then you get 1, 3, 4. Cannot be 5, because then you get either 1, 4, which breaks that, or you get 2, 3, which breaks that. 6 is either 1, 5, or 2, 4, which both break. Then it has to be 7. If it's 8, if it is 8, then this is 5, and that's a 1. So how do you make 8? So it's not 2 5s, not 1 7. It's not 3, it's not 3 5. It's not 1 7, and it couldn't be 2 6. So then there would have to be a 7 here. But this is assuming that there's a 9 there, which there isn't. I'm going to for just for the time being, I'm going to make this 9 a given digit. Just for the time being, because I wanna look at this. Maybe we can create a reason for there to be a 9. Because now at this point, this has to be... Okay, I got called by my spam phone number, but I'm doing internship application, so I was hoping to be called by an internship. Where was I? 8. Oh yeah, then this couldn't be 8, so then this has to contain a 7. Right? The high digit would have to be a 7. Now that 7 is very, very interesting, I think. Because how do you make 7? Well, it's either 1 6, which I think is impossible, right? If that's... No, it's the other way around. Then I think 3 4 is impossible, because then that's a 1, right? That's a 1, that's 5, that's an 8. We know these things. And this is a 3 4 pair. So where... Then this is a 6. So one of those has to be 7. And then we have 7 3 4. What am I doing wrong? I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I had an idea about this, but I'm doubtful now. Wait. Let's be thorough. Because this is under the assumption that this 1 6 doesn't fit here. 3 4. Now this is... Oh, okay. So now where do you put 3 4 in this box? You put it there, and you get double 7. Right. So that basically breaks. So at this point, this has to be 1 6. So that has to be 5 8 5. But that's with a given 9, and I don't like the given 9. So I want to create a reason for this to not be able to be 9. But that I like how this cage works, right? I like that a lot. Now we have to figure out how do we make this not be able to be a 9. And I think a very easy solution, which I'm not yet sure if I will do, is this, right? Actually, okay, let's leave that in for a bit. Let's see what it does. What does this do? So now that's a 9. We know this. What are we saying? So we know that this is 7 1 6 with a 3 or 4 there, not a 1 there, so that's a 5. And we haven't even looked at this, right? 2 3 4 5 8. That's not 2 or 8. Hello? Not 2 or 8. So this one is looking at this whole cage, so that must be a 1. Neither of these are... Oh, well, okay, so this one of those is a 1, so that's a 2. That's a 1. This must be at this point a 6. So this cannot be 1, 2, 3. So then that must be a 9. And that breaks. Okay. So that doesn't work. The way I've arranged this cage doesn't work. Actually, let's keep going. Let's do this. Let's do this, right? We still need to create a cage or make this somehow not be a 9. This. It's a bit aggressive, but I think it does the job well. Cannot create a 2x2, so that's blue. I think this does the job well enough. Then we have 7 and we have 3 and 4. Well, right, this 6 places a 6 in this box, so one of those is a 7. This is, in fact, this is 1, 5, 7. Then none of those are 5s. So that's our 7, and that's our 3 or 4. This is okay, I think. I'm not that enthusiastic about it. I might see if I can do something with that. Because also this is now not resolved. I can understand I can just do this, but I don't like that. I want to use it for something. I'll see. I think I have to. Because how else I'm going to reach that 3? Otherwise it's something like that. Which basically says that those two are orange. That does make that blue. I'm going to hold off on that for a second. This is an easy way out though. I like that to have, you know, the freedom of setting. This is a 5. That 5 plays that 5, that 8. And this is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Is that even possible? No, because that's one odd digit with all even digits. So in order to color that, I must have this cage. Sure. I think I'm going to have to accept that. I think that has to be what it is. I'm going to have more of those cages, I think, as well. Now this is not a 7, and this is not a 1. Let's see, 1, 5, 7. So this is either 3, 4, or 5. In fact, with this cage here, this is now a 3, 5 pair. So this is not 3s. Also, yeah. Wait. I think I removed the wrong number. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So it's not 3, it's not 5. And this is also 2, 4, or 8. This is not a 3. I'm not sure. Also, this is 3, 4, or 5. So the idea I basically had. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to also tell you the idea I had for this down here. What I was thinking, right? If this isn't a 1, if this is a 5, how is this cage going to work? Then that has to be a 7. Then one of those is going to have to be an 8. If that is orange, right, then the minimum we can make within orange is, well, basically that is, if that is orange, right? If that is orange, what are we saying? 3 plus 8. Well, okay, no, that could be 8, 13. We could have 3 plus, what's the next biggest number? 6, because you cannot use 4. So we have, sorry, I have to be very careful. This is 13, if this is orange. This is 13. Then this is 3 and 6, 9, 16. Then this has a maximum of 13 and this has a minimum of 16. So that's a problem. So this is not orange, this is blue. Right. But this is in the case where this isn't a 1. That's the only way that works. Now, could that be orange, right? We still have 12. Then we have 8 plus 6, 14. That couldn't be a 2. But, okay, so then the maximum of these is 8 plus 6, 14. Then the minimum for these is 15. So no, that isn't the case. That is blue. But that's only in the case where this isn't a 1. Now, could that not be an 8? If that's not an 8, then this is 13, and then 8 plus 5 is already 13. So now that has to be an 8. So we know the sum is 15, so we need 10 more. How do you make 10? That's 4, 6. So that is forced. That is very, very forced. Then this is a 3 and a 5. Now how do we make it so that that isn't a 1, if this is a 1? An easy way, a way to do that is this. And I really, really liked that. So this is orange, that's blue. And now that's 5, 3. So that's not 3 either. So this isn't 5, that isn't 3. Correct? Yes. So this is 4 and this is 6 because of Sudoku. I'm afraid that maybe part of this puzzle isn't solvable. Because I fall behind with my coloring. My digits are going past what I've colored. So being able to color everything will be very difficult to implement, I think. This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. This is 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. This is not a 3. Oh, not a 3. Let's see. This is not a 5. This is not a 9. Let's just be very, very careful. I have no unfilled. Oh, this coloring though is bothering me. One of those is a 9. I have that pencil marked. Why do I have that pencil marked? Oh, that's from before. Okay. No, that's wrong. This is not a 9. That's been available. That's not a 5. Oh, well, one of those is a 5, right? Yeah. So that's not a 5, so that's our 5. So all the 5s placed. That's no deadly pattern either, so that's good. I'm scared that you'll be able to implement a lot of this logic not having to do all of this that I had set out. But I think once I have a full grid, a workable grid, I'll look at that. I think that's a better idea. Right, so now it's just thinking and drawing more cages in. Yeah, basically, yeah, that sort of is. So one of those in 9. So one I immediately see is this, right? Because what I think is interesting is if this is the sum, then that's a 3. That's not possible. So this is not just the sum. This goes with another one. So this one and this one or this one have the same color. Now if these are the same, they have to be orange and that has to be blue. Is that a problem? Then that has to be blue, that has to be blue, and that has to be orange. Right. If this one and this one have that, then this is a 1. This must be a 1. And this must be a 1. Is that a problem? Wait, I didn't even look at the fact. If this is a sum, then this is 7 or 9. That creates a 7-9 pair, but that's fair. Could this be part of blue? Right, if these couldn't be both blue, this could be blue. No, that's not possible. So this could never be blue. This is always orange, so that is blue. So we know that that's a 7. In this case, right? If we decide to use this cage, I just want to see where this goes. Then if this is blue, orange, or orange, blue. Right, either that's, if it is, wait, there is limited options here. If this is blue and that is orange, then this is a 1. Oh, and this is a 1. If, on the other hand, this is orange and that is blue, then we're saying that this is 7 or 9. Ooh, okay, no. Wipe the coloring. And this is 7 or 9. That's regardless of what I end up choosing for that. I'm not sure. I am not sure. This is in the 3. I don't know if I want to use that cage. I do like that it does do this, making that not a 7. But I'm not even able to place anything from that. No, I'm not sure I want to do that. I don't think I do. So let's go back. Till till time where it wasn't here. Right, that is still the case. Still a bit unsure about everything. At this point, I think I'm going to leave it for what it is and think about it some more when I'm postponing schoolwork and everything. Well, that obviously has to be orange, but that doesn't do anything, I don't think. Well, I could use a cage from here, but my problem so far, just to put it into words, I guess, is um, I don't create more color. My digits, I create more digits than I create color. So there won't be a scenario where I end up with a full coloring but not full digits. And I don't like that. I think that is bad practice. But then again, I'm not sure. So I think that's going to be it. Uh, Thank you for watching and have a nice day. I'm curious where this is going to go further.